All right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. I am very excited to introduce our very next guest. She is a spiritual coach, and she's going to tell us about her journey. So please put your hands together for Hitika Mirg. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you so much for having me here, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. 100 accomplished Black Canadian women. I'm so honored to be one of the honorees, so thank you for that.
How does it feel?
It feels great. It feels like almost like a divine experience because the person I am, I've always been built to serve, and it's something that I really enjoy. But to actually have someone say, thank you for what you've done, it means a lot. And I was really just so grateful to have that experience and to meet the 99 other incredible women and hear their stories last week, Saturday. So it was very special. So thanks for mentioning it.
That's amazing. Actually, when I saw that, I was like, wow. I mean, we have come such a long way, right? I mean, if you go to see the fact that you're doing this, it's amazing. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, paying it forward in the community and yeah, it's nice when you plant good seeds and you have a beautiful crop later on to see. I had students that I taught many years ago come up and say thank you because they're now superintendents in school boards or they're doing incredible things in advocacy. And I'm like, wow, look at that. Who would have known, right? When you step out of your comfort zone and you do some things that might be a little risky, like starting a talk show, but the rewards are dear, so thank you.
Wow, it's amazing. I think rightly said that it all lies in being uncomfortable, all lies outside our comfort zone. So I think that's what it is. That's what life is all about.
That's what life is all about, yeah. So tell us about your journey. I'd love to hear.
Wow. So I think it all started when I realized that I was actually very comfortable with the traumas.
With drama?
With traumas, with
trauma.
my own trauma, with my own ancestral trauma, with my own financial trauma that I got from my family. And I was quite comfortable over there. And one fine day, I just realized that, hey, I'm actually not comfortable anymore. Why am I supposed to be comfortable? Why am I supposed to downplay myself, in a way? And it all started from there. And of course, divine intervention was a big part of it. My mother fell ill. She was very sick. We were about to lose her. And I just got this dream out of nowhere that I have to save her. I had no idea how am I supposed to save her, but I had to save her. And I went on to, I just went on Google and just started finding out what am I supposed to do? But I just had this deep calling in me that I have to save her anyhow. And I realized after a few months, I just became a healer. I think path just opened and I became a healer, not just in one modality, but I went on becoming a healer in different modalities altogether. And the path was not just to save my mother, but it was to save all the other people who were comfortable, who were downplaying their own light. They were downplaying who they really were. So it all started from there.
And when did you recognize that?
I recognized that when I was 16. And I think it's been, 10 years now? So I was 16 and I realized that I was downplaying, I was dimming my own light just to fit in the box what society had given me.
Right. So downplaying your spiritual gift until you finally said, okay, I'm going to walk into this very special gift that I have and use it for a greater purpose, right? To heal others. Yes. So fast forward, you're here now and understanding what your purpose is. What's happened with that? Because I know you have a financial background as well. So tell us how did you move into that purpose, or is it interconnected?
I think it's interconnected, to be really honest. It all started with I graduated. I have my master's in accounts and finance. And I started with that, but then I also went ahead to become a professor in just normal commerce back home. And I realized I just wasn't happy. I wasn't happy doing what I was doing. Just wasn't happy sitting behind a desk and just doing that. And I realized that I could actually use spirituality. I could use my own gifts to connect the two. I could, work in a bank and really transform the way people look at money. Just even if I could serve, like, say, 10 calls that I would get that day regarding the daily financial troubles that people were facing, and I could just talk to them, or I could just put one seed across, my job was done. It all started from there. And I feel that money is such a huge part of our life right now, right? Energy, but people don't realize that money is also an energy and nothing else. So that's my purpose now.
That's your purpose now. So who have you connected with to help them get unstuck, so to speak?
I've connected people who are like me, people who are elder than me as well. Everyone who is, whoever is suicidal, who is depressed, anxious, someone who has had great traumas in their life. I am just trying to make people realize that it's okay for them to begin again. It's okay for them to have a blank canvas again. It's okay for them to realize that life is just a game and nothing else.
Okay, so you've enabled them or give them permission to reinvent themselves.
That is true.
And that, I've heard, and I also experienced that sometimes the second time around in terms of a career, sometimes people do it like 3, 4, 5 times before they get to, where they want to be, and that's okay. Right? But I think we're socialized or conditioned to believe, like, just get it right away. That's the one and stick to it. But you can do multiple roles. You can have multiple things going on. Is that what you believe?
That's absolutely correct. I think society teaches us that if in case you're going to be successful in your career, your personal life is going to suffer. If you're going to be successful in your personal life, your career is going to suffer. I think it's okay for us to believe that you can have success in all aspects of your life. You can be whoever that you want to be, no matter how many times you have to begin again. And that is what is actually traumatizing half of the world that we are living in right now. Half of the humans are suffering because they think that this is it. I just have to discover myself at the age of, 15, at the age of 25, and that's about it. I think that's wrong.
That's it. When children go to school, it's like, okay, what do you want to be? Stick to it. You want to be a doctor? Okay, don't deviate from that. And when I was going to school, it was like, okay, what do you want to be? You have 3 choices: lawyer, doctor, or teacher. So I went to the teacher route, but then life happened, and I came back here. And then I went to something else, and I just keep evolving. So I think that's the beautiful thing, is allowing people to evolve.
Exactly. And I think our life purpose keeps changing. The minute that we start evolving, the minute that we, quantum physics, right, quantum leaps, the minute that we take the leap of faith, our purpose changes, because we have attained that level, that thing. It's a game that we are playing. So that level is done. Let's move on to the next one.
Yes. When it comes to dealing with trauma, let's talk a little bit about that, because I think either over the last couple of years, I think we've either directly been affected or indirectly with traumas, but we're still affected. How do you overcome that?
I think awareness is the first key there. Becoming aware that, hey, this is actually going on. Becoming aware that I might have father wounds, I might have mother wounds, and that affects all the other areas of our lives, all the other relationships, even our careers for that matter. True. Everything gets affected. So I think going back to your childhood and giving your 5-year-old the chance to talk to you.
Wow.
And that is huge, because that 5-year-old is the only one who's going to be there with you the entire life. Right. No one else remains constant. It's only you who remains with yourself, right? So why are we so afraid to look in the mirror and see ourselves? What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for?
So yeah.
Absolutely. Now, have you authored a book as yet, or is that on the way?
I'm actually writing a book right now, and I'm going to be a part of this book called Impacts of Legend. And it's going to get published in December.
Congratulations.
So, thank you so much.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you.
And I think there's a couple of friends who are connected with that book.
Yeah. Yes, I think one of them was a guest here, Annie. She was a guest here, and she mentioned.
Shout out to Annie.
Yes, yeah. She got us connected, so yeah. And yes, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, so that's coming out in December?
In December, yes.
You have a date, or December-ish?
On the 6th of December, mostly, yes. That is the date that we're deciding now.
Okay.
So it's going to get published, and yes.
Oh,
looking
excellent.
forward
Well,
to
I
it.
want a signed copy. I'm looking forward to that. So it's a anthology, is it? A collection of...
It's a collection
Powerful
of
stories?
different stories together. We are around 20 authors, co-authors writing that book. We all are coming together and sharing our beautiful gifts there. And something that I'm writing about is what happens when you finally say yes to yourself. So, yeah.
Okay. What happens when you say yes to yourself? Yeah, I find myself saying yes to a lot of things. And I think it was the fear that was making me turn down like really great opportunities and invitations. But when you overcome that, it's like you get to that place of yes. What was it like for you when you decided to say yes?
I think my entire life changed. And I am here sitting in front of you.
Yes,
So that
you
is
said
what
yes.
happens. I said yes. I said yes to myself 10 years ago. You know, I said yes to listening to my intuition. And I said yes to love. And that is what I really want people to take away from this, that it's so important for us to keep choosing love, to keep asking ourselves, what would love do? You know? So
Absolutely.
that's the most unconditional thing that we ever have, and we are a part of. So yes.
Yes, for your love. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your inspiring story, and really looking forward to get a copy of the book.
Definitely.
So tell us again, where can we get a copy, and also how to follow you on social media?
You can just find me on social media on Instagram with my first name and my last name. So that's going to be HITIKA_MIRG. Once more, that's HITIKA_MIRG. And soon I'll be posting the link about the book on my bio. And from there, let's go ahead with it. So, yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Hitika Mirg, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
for your words of wisdom. And we'll be right back. Thank you again.